Hello, all. Welcome to Thyview. As an actor, anyone would want awards, fat paychecks, praises, and of course, immense love. But no one talks about the actual struggle behind this process of seeking them. Especially when you're a female and a nobody that has come from nowhere. A story of such an actor with a rags to riches template, or should I say, of someone who started from the glamorous and reached it to the valiant, is here to inspire you. And how? Samantha Ruth Prabhu is a name that's heard on almost every tongue in both Telugu and Tamil states, irrespective of age, gender, and race. Standing as a carved realm of refinement, the actress looks like a rose lying down on the bed of the roses. Except, we fail to see the thorns that surrounded her. Today, we talk about such thorns and how she shifted through culture and civilization to become the symbol of sophistication. Being born in a community that doesn't encourage films to orthodox parents who don't share the predominant culture, her journey has nice touches that can make it into a biographical film. She started as a girl who was ordained by the ordinary and sat down every day to pass beyond the social gaze. The studious yet frivolous actor has started her acting career as a model just to put extra food on her plate. Did you know her first job as a hotel receptionist earned her only 500 rupees for an 8-hour shift? She had to eat just one meal a day for nearly 2 months. And while she was struggling, she had to work as a receptionist in marriages for meager pay. However, through determination and with her attitude of taking hold of the opportunities that catch her eye, she got introduced to us as Jessie in Ye Maite Save. With no one to anchor her on the shoulders, she took steps in the same doltish way that the South Indian cinema has laid for her. What followed are some hits and some witless flops. No one would have imagined that she would come so far given the expected steps that she has taken. With an average of 2 to 3 releases every year, her 12-year journey stands as a testament for grit and honesty. For the first 3 years, all the films that she acted in placed her as an effervescent woman and not just as a compliment. In an industry where most men do not let go of a chance where they can bedevil women, it doesn't take a lot of imagination to analyze what all she could have gone through, along with her relationship troubles. Despite the ups and downs, what made her survive and quit bravely so is her ardor. There isn't a star actor that she hasn't acted with across the states. In 2016, she worked with four top stars and successfully delivered hits. Every now and then, she did a film like Narunisi Naigal and Endaruthukula, irrespective of how they did at the box office, just to show us that she has got the spark in her. But it took years for those sparks to become the fire. Being almost in her prime, and after 7 years of knowing her co star from the first film, she finally had a fairy tale marriage that influenced, stimulated, and got envied by many. At least 1 in 50 people must have thought that they would want a wedding of that kind to happen in their life, given how we all remember how hilarious she was throughout the event. You know how things happen and it suddenly snaps something in us? I think marriage did wonders to her career. Ever since she took up nothing but exciting roles. The Samantha we saw was nothing like the Samantha we knew up until then. She saw the truth of art gazing back at her before she began her willy nilly with acting. She let the roles in and felt the roles within her. This has opened doors to her power, her flow, and her capabilities without being subjected to the usual conditioning. She accepted every aspect of her career by touching all the details. She believed that minutiae tells her capabilities and played roles like Vembu, Raji, Shravani, Rachana, Baby, and Janu. But the Mary did not last long. Fate had other plans for her. What seemed like an ultra perfect life suddenly got shattered before her. Before she could digest, she was divorced. Some said it was because she was playing roles that brought shame to her husband's lineage. Some said it was because she denied motherhood. Some said that she cheated on him, and some others slut shamed her for not being a good wife and accused her for alimony. It was as if a beautiful Japanese pot had been slammed to the floor and was broken into pieces. She passed through the blocks of fear, the self doubt, the hesitation, the loneliness, and the depression. Like a golden joinery, the art she trusted, along with her dogs, family, and friends, helped her in her kintsugi. She shined with a sense of contentment. She picked up all her broken pieces and fixed herself like the queen she is. The divorce has shaped her well. When the world was accusing her for being bold, she agitated them by shutting all of them through a Fury item song. She then has taken up a multi-starrer with two bigger Tamil actors and a bisexual role in a web series under a Hollywood director. Beyond all the gossips, mumbles, slurs, and maltreatment, she rose. She rose like a phoenix. She kept herself busy with her scripts, her workouts, and her philanthropic work. She became her own spirit, her voice, her soul, and her ears. She has chosen to be there for herself at every second in her own skin. As she walked through this tiny hells of human experience, she built her own heaven. Just when things seemed alright and she started lamenting into the full freedom, the cruelty of life had struck her again. She got diagnosed with mesotus, an autoimmune condition which causes weaker and painful muscles. The condition usually gets worse slowly over time. It gets you tired after standing or walking for a longer periods, and someone who suffers from this trips or falls a lot. Being alone and with such a disorder at hand, it could have felt like her insides are pressed against a ton of bricks. Feeling the weight of the world under her, she still has chosen to dub for Yashoda. She did not put a halt to her work or her upcoming releases, Shakuntalam or Kushi. Like she told all of us in her recent interview, she's stubborn. But the line between stubbornness and determination is so thin, isn't it? Her journey reflects her rigidity. She must be feeling the tightness and compression of the situation under her. But she has come out too strong and it's visible on her face. Whenever she takes a chance to speak her heart out, she has become too concerned with what she is doing and how she is doing it while blocking her raw flow. Not only that, sometimes it seems like her philanthropic work comes back to save her from a dire situation. When glancing over the journey, it might look like a casual story for many of us, but the reality is different. There must have been nights where she cried in bed, stepped away from the limelight, did some jumping jacks or cycle marathons to distract herself, or smacked her feet against the cold pavement of her street at 3 a.m. But whatever she did to cope up, she made sure she fought every day. She did not fall into the trap of thinking that she is a failure. She understood the grace of her existence and laced it into roles. Even when the entire world was not being kind to her, even when she was not being kind to herself at one point, she still chose to set her own standards and beat them every time. Every time she's back to square one, she has chosen an extra ounce of kindness to herself and to others. Her resilience is the beauty of pausing her to drown in the miraculously ordinary substance. She learned that she can't plan things in her life and uncertainty hits us the most unexpected places. We want to take this chance and tell her that while she does her thing, we are here to support her. So, Samantha, remember you're always supported. Your work here is solitary. You do it alone, yet we are here for you. The world sources your material. The earth always rises to meet your feet. Each word will lead you to the next. You are a warrior of the most sacred kind. You are whole. You are all that is ever necessary. You are enough. You already know what you need to know, but sometimes you still need reminders, right? You need the support of the external world reflecting to you the unconditional love of seeing you just as you are. But your power really comes from within you, through you, and there are a million ways to get there. Doubt and fear are a necessary part of this realm. They change, and you are changing with them. They're never the truth of who you really are. You might slip towards the edge of fissure, of dissolve, of the scream of the dying ego, but you are the ground and have the capacity to meet whole and name all of it. You are loved dearly, and there is nothing else you need to do. Just be yourself. Allow and for good sake, two more roles that amuse us. You hold a civilization on your face and tongue. And if you like this video, please subscribe to Thyview and hit the bell icon for more updates. Signing off, Team Thyview.